The man showed a fierce expression, and the monster in the cage seemed to be summoned and woke up. The soldiers around him were instantly resolved, and the man shouted again. It turns out that this monster is the symbiont of the man, and depends on him to feed and survive. The man's name is Yuri, a former Soviet cosmonaut who went on a space mission a few days ago. Just as the capsule was separating and preparing to return home, the cabin suddenly malfunctioned and began to shake violently. Just as the two were celebrating, an unknown creature appeared outside the capsule, and the capsule returned to the ground. Nearby hunters heard the noise and hurried over. Orion finds that one of the astronauts has died, and Yuri appears to be seriously injured. The next day, Yuri was placed in a maximum isolation pod. The capsule crashed. The heat was over 2000 degrees, and the colleague died instantly, but he recovered the next day, and no one knows what happened. Even Yuri lost his memory at the time. In order to find out what happened, the general specially invited medical consultant Anna, hoping to recover Yuri's memory after treatment. But the strange thing is that when Anna communicated with Yuri, she found that Yuri was careful and logical, and there was nothing wrong at all. Until night, when something weird happened, the sleeping Yuri suddenly looked terrible, and his body twitched out of control. And the next second, Yuri was lying on the ground. Then a strange creature came out of his mouth. The monster slowly climbed up, shed the skin on the body, and gradually transformed into a full-bodied monster. Anna came to the isolation module, carefully observing the monster in front of her. Did not expect the monster suddenly pounced on and scared Anna to sit on the ground. Anna was still shivering until the general arrived. After the Shogun's research, he found that the creature can freely enter and leave Yuri's body, but it does not affect Yuri's life activities. To find out more, Anna decides to go into the pod and take a closer look at the creature. As the woman lay slowly on the ground, the monster in the pod began to imitate her movements. When the tumbler on the ground attracted the attention of the monster, she saw this scene. Anna guessed that the monster may have a certain intelligence. To test her own hypothesis, she put on her protective suit and opened the door of the isolation module and walked slowly inside. But the monster did not seem to be interested in her, but wrapped itself around the tumbler. Anna slowly approached and bent down to wipe the back of the monster's head, accidentally slipping on the slime on the ground. The frightened monster attacked Anna, and the general, seeing the situation, quickly turned on the sound and light jammer. The monster instantly lost the ability to move, rolling and crawling to hide. Anna was saved. In the evening, the general comes to visit Anna, and Anna tells the general that the monster has formed a symbiotic relationship with Yuri and is interested in human toys. When Anna checked the historical video records, she found that all the recorded videos were missing a picture, and the missing picture was the picture of the monster eating. Under Anna's questioning, the researcher had to take her to the monster feeding ground. It turns out that there are some vicious prisoners in this place, and the general will send someone to feed Yuri hormones every night to control the appearance of monsters. The prisoners are then tied up for the monsters to feed on. This causes Anna to be displeased, and she goes to confront the general. The general, however, stated that he was only doing this to control the monsters and create more powerful weapons. Those prisoners deserve to die. Let's do something for the advancement of science. Anna found this hard to imagine, so she stopped studying it. She colluded with the staff, ready to take Yuri to run away. Did not expect to be found by the general. As she watched the pursuers get closer and closer, Yuri took out his hormones and stabbed him in. He did not fear 1,000 machine gun shots, but attacked them and killed them all in an instant. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Anna escapes the base with Yuri. Meanwhile, the general decided to fight himself. He changed into his gear and fought the monster. In the end, the general succeeded in subduing the monster at the cost of losing a hand. On the other side, Yuri, who has the same feeling with the monster, suddenly convulses, and his body is also severely damaged. If it kills the monster, it kills Yuri. Anna sees this and decides to stop the car and wait for the general to arrive. Soon the general with people arrived. They looked at the dying Yuri, quickly let someone put the monster out. Because the monster isn't fully under control, Yuri is still useful, but Anna can't stay as a traitor. The general is about to launch an attack. Yuri explodes and controls the monster to launch an attack, and in the blink of an eye, the monster kills the accompanying soldiers. After solving all the enemies, the monster slowly approached Anna, but it did not hurt him, but obediently returned to Yuri's body. Yuri, who was near death a moment ago, came to life again because of the monster's blood. Despite his affection for Anna in front of him, Yuri can't talk about the monster in his stomach. By this time, the pursuers in the rear were close at hand. Yuri knows that if the monster is really controlled by people, the disaster that will happen in the future will be immeasurable. Yuri chooses to kill himself with a bullet, and the monster dies with Yuri.